Hey there and welcome to Cryptology for You, the channel that's not even about cryptology at all, but all about cryptocurrency. I'm your host PaulyD, and today we're going to take a look at dual investments. I probably don't need to remind you, but this is not financial advice. This is purely for educational purposes, maybe a little bit of entertainment, just depending which way you're going to look at it. But the first thing you're going to need to do, you're going to need to have a Pionex account. In order to do this form of dual investment, a Pionex account is absolutely needed. I'll put a link in the description below. All you need to do is click it, sign up, and away you go. Now once you have signed up, you can easily start by doing a dual investment by clicking on where it says earn, and this is on the website version. You can do this on an app too, and you'll see that there is a structured and a trial fund. Now I'll give you a link to a trial fund if you want. It's going to be in the description below. You can use that instead of the link I previously gave you before, and this will give you a $12,888 trial fund, which could give you some pretty decent credit at the end. For this experiment, we are going to be using a structured investment. Now once you're in the structured investment screen, you'll see something a bit like this. Now I had some loop ring coin and there was a promo going on at the time that I made this video, and so I was going to try it with some of my loop ring coin. But where is that? Well, you've got to click a bit further over there on the right, and then you can see where you want to do your loop ring coin. Just scroll through until you find it. There were plenty of dual investments to choose from, but I was going to go with the loop ring because this was part of that promo and I had some loop rings sitting around, and I thought, why not? I was looking at how I could make nearly unlimited chances of profit. As you can see, there are plenty of big APRs there. Now I'm going to choose one of the biggies, and here it is. All you need to do is click on the details to see what it is you're going to get, and I'm looking at 162% APR, so that would be, if I was able to do this every day for an entire year, I would make 162%. But for this experiment, we're only going for 1 day. The target price is set for loop ring coin. Now I'll explain about the target price in a second, but if loop ring coin reaches 52 cents, you'll get back USDT. If loop ring goes up by 3.28%, then you'll get back USDT instead of the loop ring. But if loop ring falls below the 52 cent mark, you'll get back loop ring instead of USDT. I'll explain this just a little bit more in the next screens. Now there are plenty of other options for lower APRs, but they have a higher target price, meaning that loop ring can rise up to 7.25% in order before this would trigger a USDT return. You can go right down to 2.57%, which would mean that loop ring would have to rise by 15.2% in order to trigger that USDT return. But me being me, I chose the 162% version because, well, who wouldn't want to make 162% APR? Let's take a look at all these pieces. Currently it is 50 cents for one loop ring coin, but there has been a bit of movement there and it didn't look like it was going to get past this line. Now if loop ring coin passes this line after you've started, you'll get back 52 cents for each loop ring coin and you'll get it paid as USDT. But if loop ring coin stays below this line once the return is finished, you'll get back 1.003 loop ring coins for each one loop ring coin you put in. Now, at the time of doing this video, it was back in May, and so you need to be pretty clear that the change in value of loop ring coin has been substantial since then. I was going to start this one at 9:17 at night, and it finishes at 10 AM the following morning, my time. During that time, you cannot touch your loop ring coin at all. You cannot move it, you cannot sell it, you cannot withdraw it. It is totally locked up. Bear that in mind before you start this. You cannot touch that coin once it starts until it matures, and you will have to check that maturity date. Now for me, it was just a little over 12 hours. My initial thought was that loop ring coin would stay below the 52 cent mark and I would get back more loop ring coin to sell later on. Now when you are happy with what you are investing in there, I've got the loop ring coin up to 52 cent dual investment, and I'm going to put in, all I had was 212 loop ring coins, so that's what I'm going to put in. If you had 1,000,000 loop ring coin, you could put 1,000,000 loop ring coin in, and notice that the APR actually went up. Now this means that there was a slight price increase getting closer towards that 52 cents, so this already became slightly more risky. But is it really a risk? I am guaranteed one of these two outcomes. Here, if loop ring coin is less than 52 cents, I'm going to get back 213.59 loop ring coin. That's more than my 212.83 that I first invested. But if loop ring coin goes greater than 52 cents or equals 52 cents, I'm going to get back 111.06 USDT. Well, I decided to wait and not take this 52 cent dual investment for loop ring coin. Instead, I waited, and this is what happened. I ended up getting a 198% APR for a 50 cent dual investment, and I thought this looked a little bit better. It was a little more risky, but I was going to get more loop ring coin, and if loop ring coin went to pass that 50 cent mark, I would end up getting more USDT. So to me, it was a win-win. When you are satisfied, and you can leave the buying of the dual investment till as long as you like, but the risk continues to increase, but you may get higher, but you also may get lower APRs. Now this all depends on what you're willing to risk. In this case, I'm going to choose to take this one, so I'll hit the buy button. Now you get to confirm this is what you want. Now remember, your coin is locked. You cannot touch it until the delivery date. So check the delivery date, make sure you're okay with that before you hit the buy button. I was okay with it, I hit the buy button. Now sadly, you can't always guarantee this, and sometimes the price change is so volatile that you miss out and you have to try again because there is some information update. This would mean that loop ring coin or whatever coin you had chosen had probably gone up or down in value. So recheck and do it again. Now in the end, I actually wanted to take a bit of a lower risk on my loop ring coin, and so I tried something that would be nearly guaranteeing that I would get my loop ring coin back and a decent APR, in this case just 15%. A lot less than what I was at the 200%. Now the 200% one I had already done, and I was kind of happy with that, and I'll show you the outcome of that soon. But for this particular experiment now, I decided to go a little bit more easy, and I went for a 54 cent target price when the current price was 49 cents. Now, I did not think that loop ring coin was going to go up by 10%, and I was nearly going to guarantee myself getting back some more loop ring coin with approximately 15% APR. Well, let's keep watching to see how that turned out. In my previous loop ring coin dual investment adventure, I managed to score a 277% APR. This is pretty superb. You can see down here that the current price was 49.257 cents and the target price was 50 cents, which would mean I'd get back USDT, and there was just 24 minutes to settle. And so it was really very close to getting back the USDT, but at an APR of 277%. But this one came in for loop ring coin, and I got back more loop ring coin than what I had put in at the start. So this was a guaranteed more loop ring coin. It was a shade under the 50 cents when it came back in. But for me, this was very pleasing. I wanted to increase my loop ring coin capacity, and so I thought I would try that again with my 54 cent dual investment, which was only going to give me 15%. Let's see how that one is going now then. So I started this loop ring coin dual investment at 6:30 on the 22nd, and it was going to mature on the 23rd at 10 AM. So it still had quite a few hours to go, but there was still 4 more cents for it to rise if I was going to lose the loop ring coin and gain back USDT. My hope was to gain some more loop ring coin. Either way, I was guaranteed an outcome. I was either guaranteed 212.9 loop ring coin, or I was guaranteed 114.96 USDT. Either way, no matter what happened, one of those two outcomes would occur at 10 AM the next day. To me, this is the biggest advantage of a dual investment, knowing what you're going to get no matter what happens in the market. So remember, I was only going to get back a 15% APR, and the target price was 54 cents, and there was still just 3 hours and 15 minutes to go, and I was well below that target price. I was nearly guaranteed my loop ring coin. I just had to wait a little less than 4 hours. Well, closer to the time. Now this graph here is the time frame, the full time. Once you pass this line, that's the 10 a.m. point. And all of a sudden, loop ring coin shot up past 54 cents, amazingly. My hopes and dreams were to return back 212.9 loop ring coin, but it looked like I was about to return 114.96 USDT with only minutes to go. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Just look at how loop ring coin shot up on this 1 hour candle. It was crazy, literally just before the maturity of my dual investment. So the dual investment finished, and this is what I ended up with. I didn't get my loop ring coin, but I did get back my USDT, which was 114.96. I just chose to redeem it now and confirm that, and in my wallet was 114.96. So yes, I was guaranteed an outcome. I was either guaranteed my loop ring coin or USDT, and I knew exactly what I was going to get. So this is on the app, and you can see that I got back my 114.96 USDT. Well, I was happy enough with that, but I really wanted my loop ring coin, so I ended up putting in another limit order for loop ring coin at a lower price, which got filled, and then I could continue my dual investment. Now, of course, you should do your own research. There are some risks. Yep, you're guaranteed an outcome, but what happens if loop ring coin continued to go down? Well, I would start losing. I mean, I would have invested, let's say, this 114 USDT, but if loop ring coin continued to go down, it may not be worth 114 USDT. A really good way to use a dual investment could be if you are already in high profit and you want to sell off. You can pick a point to sell and get your USDT back, or you'll get back your coin. Just make sure you're plenty in profit, so that if the coin does continue to fall, you still have a bit of buffer zone if you want to sell. Dual investments are very quick, and this is the big advantage, but your coin is fully locked. Make sure you are prepared to be locked in until the delivery date. If loop ring coin had gone up really quickly, I would have lost a fair bit because I was only guaranteed that 114 USDT. I could have got a lot more if loop ring coin continued to go up and I just sold the coin by itself. So be prepared that you aren't going to get the price that you want necessarily, but you are guaranteed a price. Of course, if your coin went down in value, you just get the coin you had invested in, so make sure you want that coin. If you want to know a little bit more about Cryptology for you, you're welcome to join in with the Telegram, Discord, or Facebook groups. Someone is probably there to talk with you, no doubt, about anything. Look, you might have some cryptocurrency concern that you want to bring up. This is the place to do it. There are plenty of links directly below, including the links you're going to need to join up with Pionex. I'm not paid by Pionex to do this, but if you join using those Pionex links, I might get something out of it, which will help keep this channel completely free, as well as everything that I offer. I've also been twittering lately, and twittering seems like a lot of fun, so you're welcome to join in with the tweeting as much as you like. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video and you're going to subscribe to this channel, hit that little alarm button because then you'll know when the next video is coming. You can share this with someone who's interested in dual investments because this type of thing comes up quite a lot and your friends probably want to know about it. I've been your host, PaulyD, and well, happy investing.